Alrighty. Third time's the charm for this guy. Today I'm doing sole operation here. The VFE Mobius Strip. Now the Mobius Strip is a really fun delay. Now I bought this board from Mad Bean Pedals. He's got some sort of deal with VFE to sell, to do all the original lineup, which is great for DIY people because there's so much to learn from these. They're super complicated builds, as you're going to see over here. I'm going to have a picture of the innards, right? So there's two boards on all these VFEs, and it's all shoved into a 1590B enclosure. There's the audio board, which for this one has the 6 controls. They all have 6 controls. This has 5 knobs and a switch. And then there is the power / switching board. So the cool thing is it's a relay bypass built into it, and all the bypass stuff and the power stuff is on the little board. And then, like I said, we got audio and has all these controls. So this one is particularly challenging. It's 2 delay pedals using the PT2399 delay chip. And there's components that you have to put underneath and then stack the board or the chip on top. It's super crazy how much stuff he packs into these tiny little things. But it's a really cool delay. Now it has your standard delay features: time 1, feedback 1, time 2, feedback 2. Those are for the separate delay times for the two the 2 delay chips. Then it has a global mix. Now the global mix can get you into some wild oscillation stuff. So for that intro little part, I have it, dialed back to about 10 o'clock. Now your switch up here, this infinity symbol's Mobius mode, which means that the feedbacks, they kind of go and weave in and out of each other from each delay time. And then if you switch it over here, it goes to parallel mode, where your delay time 1 and 2 run right alongside each other. Now, there's a couple really neat features that I like about this. Is you can create these wild ambient textures, or for someone for what I like to do is I can do almost like that Andy Timmons thing where you set up your 2 delay times work next to each other, and it just gives this huge ambience behind the note. So it's really cool. So let's get into some sounds. So today I'm using a Stratocaster, obviously, humbucker single into, we'll shut this pedal off, right into the pedal, and then into an Allen Amps Accomplice, and I'm miking it today with just the 47. So hopefully it comes out okay. Alright, so we'll stick in the standard mode here. Now, to show you that, we'll go to Mobius mode, but we'll stick in the same settings as earlier. You hear it just has all this makes everything very grandiose sounding. Now if we go to parallel mode, you can hear how they trail off. It's not as cohesive. Maybe cohesive is not the right word, but how cool is that? So, one of the things that it says in the build docs from Mad Bean is to dial in your time 2 for Mobius mode first. So that's what we're going to do, and then bring in bring in your delay 1 to try to create some rhythmic. We'll kind of make this a longer side delay. And then what we'll do, you hear, that almost gives it like a triplet. cool is that? So that's, now let's go over to parallel mode, because that was Mobius mode, and I'll show you kind of. That sounds really cool, but it's not nearly as interesting when they're, you know, when they're thrown into each other. It sounds a lot cool. Yeah, I like that. Now that's not to say that parallel mode is bad by any means. So we'll dial up a cool parallel mode sound too. So again, we'll turn the mix up to about 50%. We're gonna dial these both down, and maybe what we'll do is just get a nice slap back. That's just kind of a nice slap back, but what we can do here now is go, maybe we'll keep feedback low. So that's like I don't want to say like an ultra slapback, but it's kind of, it brings it a little bit more bigness to it. Now let's just hear what it sounds like in Mobius mode. What if we dialed that back a little bit? It's almost doing like a flanger kind of sound. Alright, so what I will show you here, earlier I talked about the Andy Timmons kind of thing, which is so for the Andy Timmons thing, I read somewhere that he sets his at like 300 milliseconds and 350 or something. So most PT 2399 chips go up to about 600 milliseconds before they start getting really wonky and dirty. So my guess is we're somewhere around there. We'll keep the feedback kind of low, and we'll just kind of see how this goes. I'm not Andy Timmons by any means also. That sounds really cool. So there we have it. That is a little quick demo of the VFE Mobius Strip. You can get the board at Mad Bean Pedals, which I recommend checking out if you haven't been there before. So thanks for watching.